Someone once asked, Someone once asked me, is it okay to exaggerate on podcasts? I said, okay, it's required. And it's also a deadly sin in podcasting. Hi, this is Tom Schwab with Interview Valet. You can't see that because my microphone wasn't in the right spot, but I want to explain to you what I mean here. First, I want to explain the person that taught me this. So, Chuck Balsamo, if you've never met Chuck, he is one of the most positive, energetic people you ever want to meet. The only thing more awesome than his attitude and his heart is his beard. He's got this fantastic beard that everybody knows him by. But the problem is, when you have a beard like that, it masks your face. And Chuck has a very intense face. And what he found was when he would smile a little bit, you couldn't see it through the beard, right? So you'd look at Chuck's eyes and you would think, is he pissed? Is he going to kill me? Is he happy? You didn't know. So often you would go to the worst thought that you had. And I think we're seeing this today in the world too, where you see somebody with a mask on. It is so hard to read their emotions just through their eyes. As humans, we look for all of those cues. Now, imagine you're on a podcast or a podcast interview. I'm only hearing your voice. So I don't have all of those cues. So you better exaggerate to make sure that I know exactly what your emotions are, exactly what you're feeling, exactly what I'm trying to tell you. Now, even if the video is on, video is not perfect. You don't catch all the little the inflections there. And if you don't believe me, think of movies. Think of, you can watch a movie and they put that soundtrack in the back to tell you what the feeling is, what the intensity is. Is this a romantic moment? They'll tell you from the soundtrack, those extra exaggerations. Is somebody going to get killed here? Is this the scary movie? Is Jason just around? They'll tell you from those little extra things where they exaggerate with the music. Now, in podcast interviews, this is so important. And not only for people just starting out, but for people that are doing it. I was reminded of this yesterday. Now, think about how you can do it. Like, one of it is just bring the energy, right? Be happy to be there. Smile. The medium is going to filter some things out. I've never heard a host say, wow, that guest was too energetic. But I've heard a lot of them say, man, that person was like a wet towel, right? And podcaster John Lee Dumas used to ask his first question, are you ready to ignite? I was always amazed at people that would say, yes. Or the host that says, hey, Tom, I am so glad that you're here. And all that you hear is, I'm happy to be here too. Thanks for having me. It's just like, if you're in their ears, not only are you in their ears, but you're sucking the energy out of their ears, right? People listen to podcasts for education, but also entertainment. Make sure that they leave your interview happier, more energetic, like they just had a cup of coffee. The other thing too is the words you use, right? So if somebody says, hey, Tom, thanks for being on the podcast. If you just say, you're welcome. Well, no, tell them you're happy to be here. Tell them you're thrilled to be here. Often I'll say, I am thrilled to be here. I just wish we could be sitting down live, one-on-one with each other. I know it would be great, but what great times we have with the technology that we can talk and the rest of the world can listen in. That energy comes through on there. The other thing is you want to let your personality come through. And I want to explain on this one. Sometimes I would pull back on this, right? I'm a little bit quirky. I am not what you would expect from a Naval Academy grad, from an engineer, or from somebody that ran nuclear power. Sometimes I pull back my personality to try to be more professional, more corporate, more educated. But you know what? That's not who I am. I am those things. I have done those things, but this is the way God made me. let your personality come out. Let yourself be you. When I do that, I find out that I'm a lot happier and that I connect with the people that I want to connect with, right? I've always said there are 3 types of people that listen to me on a podcast interview. The first one says, Tom is an idiot. I don't disagree with them, but it's who I am. If they think that, I'm not going to change their mind, and I don't want to work with them, right? No judgment, but God love them. There's somebody else that could do it better. The second ones go, that's interesting. I don't need it, but maybe I can refer it to someone else. God love you. Thank you. I want the people that know me, like me, trust me, right? If they like my personality on the interview, they're going to like working with me. So let it out there. The idea is not to connect with everyone, but to connect with your ideal customers. Now, often we can get so comfortable that we lose that energy. And I was called out on this the other day. I'm really comfortable in front of a microphone. I'm less comfortable on a real stage, but he said it was almost like you were so comfortable that we were just having a nice discussion on the couch. I'm like, wow, he was right. The thing is that nobody wants to listen in on a nice conversation on a couch, right? If you were at a party, a dinner party, remember when we used to have those when we'd all get together? What were you drawn to? Not the people that were just having that nice little discussion on the couch. But no, those 2 people, Chuck and I, in the middle of the room, talking about things that we were so excited about. That's what draws people to it. So learn from my friend, Chuck Balsamo. Exaggerate things so that people know your true heart, your true emotion. And if you don't know Chuck, I'm going to put I've tagged him in Facebook. I'll put his picture down below. Google him. He's a man that you need to know. Now, let's do the flip side. We said, when should you never exaggerate? Don't exaggerate just to make yourself look big, just to stroke your own ego. No one likes that. It's called pompous. And if Chuck and I were in the middle of a room going, well, I did this and I did that. I am president, founder, and CEO of this. And, people would look at that and go, man, those guys are pompous. And they'd probably put another word after it, right? No, just be real, right? You're not president, founder, CEO. You're a solopreneur, right? You're working with a couple of VAs. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Be comfortable with who you are, because when you get pompous, when you let your ego go out there, when you exaggerate that I've started and grown and sold 4 dozen businesses in the last 4 years, people call you out on that. They realize that no, they're making it up. They'll look at it and say, well, even if he did, he's not like me. I can't relate to him. No, be yourself. Exaggerate your personality so you can connect. Never exaggerate so you can just stroke your ego. I hope this helped you. It's something that I'm continually rediscovering all the time. I hope you like this. If you did, share it with somebody. If you didn't, I'm sure there's something else on the internet you can find. But if it really resonated with you, if you said, hey, I like Tom, he can help me, I want to get on podcast interviews, then come back to Interview Valet. Find me here wherever you're watching it, and let's connect. What's ordinary to you is amazing to other people. Has obscurity become your biggest problem? Stages have disappeared. Conferences are canceled. In-person meetings seem like a distant memory. Your prospective customers still need you. They still need to hear from you. Stop trying to break through the noise. It's not working. Get in on the conversation. Get featured as the expert guest on targeted podcast interviews. Podcasts are hot. Listenership is up 20% in 2020. Podcasts are the new digital stage. Leverage other people's established platform as a featured guest. Since 2015, Interview Valet has helped over 500 leading brands get featured on over 20,000 podcast episodes. You're the guest. We take care of the rest. Stop being the best kept secret. Find out how we can help you leverage targeted podcast interviews to get heard, to grow your brand, to grow your sales. to be recognized as the market leader.